Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tidasya Fitri Aryani. Today I'm standing here to answer my final test about quantitative precise design. And here I will continue to explain 3 non-experimental research design R1, survey 2, correlation, and 3 ex post factor. Okay, the first is survey. Survey research is defined as the process of conducting research using survey that researchers send to survey response. The data collected from survey is then statistically analyzed to draw meaningful research conclusion, and there are some advantages. 1. Low cost and highly versatile. 2. Allow you to collect feedback which can be used to track change over time. 3. Access to large amount of data in short time. 4. Easy interpreted and administered. And 5. Familiar format for employers that ensure anonymity. And there are some disadvantages. 1. Participation rate quote below. 2. Invalid answer to questionnaire. 3. May need to be conducted across online and paper platform. 4. Participants may misunderstand question. And 5. Lacks the richness and detail of other methods of collection. Further, based on the time taken, survey research can be classified into 2 methods. 1. Longitudinal survey research. Longitudinal survey research involves conducting survey research over a continuum of time and spread across years and decades. The data collected using the survey research method from one time period to another is qualitative or quantitative. Respondent behavior, preference, attitudes are continuously observed over time to analyze reasons for a change in behavior or preference. For example, suppose a researcher intends to learn about the eating habits of teenagers. In the case, he or she will follow a sample of teenagers over a considerable period to ensure that the collected information is reliable. Often, cross-sectional survey research follow a longitudinal study. And 2. Cross-sectional survey research, the opposite of a longitudinal study, is a cross-sectional study. While longitudinal studies repeatedly observe the same participant over a period of time, cross-sectional studies examine different samples or a cross-section of the population at one point in time. They can be used to provide a snapshot of a group or society at a specific moment. Survey research means collecting information about a group of people by asking them questions and analyzing the result. To conduct an effective survey, what 6 steps. 1. Determine who will participate in the survey. 2. Decide the type of survey, mail, online, or in person. 3. Design the survey question and layout. 4. Distribute the survey. 5. Analyze the response. And the last is write up the result. 2. Correlation. Correlational research is a type of research that tries to investigate or find possible relationship between variables without any attempt to influence that variable. Correlational research does not determine the causes of the relationship between variables, but can only suggest those causes. That suggestion often provides impetus for future experimental research. Correlational research is research that is intended to determine whether there is a relationship between 2 or several variables. With the correlation technique, a researcher can find out the relationship between variation in one variable and other variation. The magnitude or height of the relationship is expressed in the form of a correlation coefficient. In descriptive research, the correlation coefficient explains the extent to which 2 or more variables are correlated, while in generalization research, the correlation coefficient indicates the level of significance of whether the hypothesis is proven or not. Essentially, there are three types or character of correlation research, which are positive correlation research, negative correlation research, and no correlation research. Each of these types is defined by peculiar characteristics. And step in correlation research. 1. Problem determination. Not all problems can be studied correlationally because correlation only measures the level of the relationship, not the cause or effect of the problem. The problem studied by correlational research must have an impact or benefit on the result. Determination of the problem is based on the extent of complex phenomena, so it is necessary to know the relationship. 2. Literature study. In this literature study, research look for reference sources that can be used as research reference so that research can be carried out systematically based on the order of reference. Reference that can be used can be in the form of journal article, books, proceeding, and so on. And 3. Research methodology. Determine the research method used in the correlation research method. Research must determine the subject to be used in the study. The selection of research subjects must be based on the specific variable so that the result obtained can be valid and relevant. 4. Data collection. Collecting data based on or adjust the select variable. The data collection can use tests, questionnaires, and interviews and observation. The data collected must be in the form of numbers because the measurement is by statistical method. 5. Data analysis. Data analysis in correlation research is by relating one variable with other variable so as to get the appropriate research result. As explained in the chapter Tips of Correlation Research, researchers can adapt their research by using correlation, prediction, or bivariate correlation technique. And 6. Conclusion. It is the summarize or draw a general conclusion with a description and discussion of the result regarding the discovery. The description of the conclusion must be concise, relevant, and coherent based on the research problem. 3. Ex post facto. The term ex post facto indicates that a change in the independent variable has occurred and the research is faced with the problem of how to determine the cause and effect that is being observed. Ex post facto research examines cause and effect relationships that are not manipulated or treated by the research. Cause and effect research is carried out on program activities or events that have taken place or have occurred. And another name for ex post facto is causal comparative, which is a comparison of two groups where one of them has an exhibition factor. In ex post facto research, the event is an exhibition where an exhibition is an event that is able to change the situation and affect the group we are studying. That the ex post facto principle is that the fact has changed from its original state due to events that have been experienced by the subject. Ex post facto also want to compare the exhibited group with the unexhibited group. The way to know if a variable effect or exhibited or not is to compare it with other places with the same variable. A case group is a group that is exposed to certain different conditions, while the control group is a group that is not exhibited. Type of research ex post facto: retrospective studies, probabilistic studies, longitudinal studies, and cross-sectional studies. Retrospective studies are studies that focus on examining something that is the cause so that the effects are found now. Prospective studies are studies that aim to see what will happen in the future. An example in education is the effect of national examination score on student learning achievement. This can be done by looking at the student national examination score and then following their journey of life. Whatever the national examination can show student learning achievements, cross-sectional studies are aimed at comparing two or more cohort group exposed to different conditions. Ex post facto research can be done if you have previous supporting data. And the difference between observational research and ex post facto research is the existence of case group and control groups. In ex post facto research, the difference between ex post facto research and experimental research is the exhibited variables were not created by the research in ex post facto research. And the instrument used is a questionnaire in the form of a questionnaire, not a scale. Confirmatory test is a test to see the condition of the subject in a certain position. The sampling technique used is a cluster sampling where the research divides the sampling population into groups. Data analyzing technique in ex post facto research are two. If the research wants to investigate different, then the different test is used from the various available different tests. However, the group that want to be compared must have the same condition, only different based on the conditional that have exhibited it. 2. If the data is in the form of count data, then the chi-square X or 2 tests can be used. 3. If there is only one independent variable and many different variables are studied, multivariate analysis is used. Example of ex post facto research in education are 1. Research want to know what caused the difference between superior class and ordinary class. And 2. Research in a school to find the factor that caused the achievement of graduates to always be better than other schools. 3. Research to find out the cause of student lack of motivation involving certain subject. 4. Research to determine the characteristic of effective teacher by using data in the form of notice on work history as complete as possible. 5. Look for pattern of behavior and learning achievement related to age difference at the time of school entry by using the descriptive data on behavior and learning achievement test score that were collected until the children in question were in the 6th grade of elementary school. And I think that's all. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.